Hi, I'm Matthew Michaud, a Fish and Wildlife Officer in the city of Calgary. Here in Calgary, there's a perfect opportunity for bobcats and coyotes to become well established, and that's because of the large interconnected green spaces and park systems that the city has to offer. So these large green spaces also provide home for lots of the prey species that coyotes and bobcats will feed on. So you will see lots of rabbits, squirrels, small birds, and because there's such an abundance of these prey species, the coyotes and bobcats do quite well, and they are quite established throughout the city of Calgary. There is a certain level of due diligence on the public to give these animals lots of space so that they can just continue their normal functions and to not cause them to have to be defensive or anything if there are young around. So the biggest things you can do to encourage these animals not to den in your yard is to make sure that your yard doesn't offer the basic essentials that they need. So if they find a place that has shelter, food, and water, then it's going to be suitable and hospitable for them to try to raise young. So what you need to do as homeowners, it's your responsibility to ensure that wildlife cannot get under things such as decks and sheds. So you want to make sure these areas are closed off, whether it's boarded up or if these gaps between the ground and these structures is closed off using a secure wire mesh like a chicken wire. So if there's no food, water, and shelter, it's unlikely that these animals will den on your property because they'll find somewhere else that is more suitable. If you do start to see or believe that there are coyotes or bobcats starting a den under your deck or shed or other outbuildings on your property, you can do things like spray and leave a hose running underneath the deck to make it unhospitable so it's all wet and muddy. You can leave a sprinkler running in your yard to try to discourage them from sunning out on your grass. You can do things like honk air horns, spray them with a hose from a safe distance, throw light objects at them. Anything to discourage them from being comfortable in your yard should help these animals to move on and to pick the most suitable place to den.